What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Make It Addiction and welcome back to my workshop. Now, today is a very exciting day because I'm going to turn this into one of these. Now, I'm not going to be able to finish it in one day, of course, but we're going to get a start on it. Now, it was about 3 years ago that I started this wooden surfboard adventure, and my plan back then was to be able to use my X-carve to do so, but the diameter of a cutter that goes into an X-carve was just too great to actually get the corners done, and if we did dog bones, which is kind of what would be needed, then the actual structural integrity in my mind was kind of not up to scratch. So, you might remember, I have a big old laser cutter back there, and this is the exact reason why I bought that. Now, there is also some fairly exciting news to go along with this video, and that is that my plan is to actually make these kits and sell them worldwide. So while I'm still in the R&D stages, I am actually going to be taking pre-orders for these kits. So if you wanted to make your own DIY surfboard, you can. Alright, so basically with this thing, I've already got the design which I have done on my computer, which we'll go into in just a few moments. And really all I have to do with this machine is press go and walk away for about 40 minutes while the entire template cuts. Now, nothing's as professional like filming your own screen, but this here is the software that I use. So this is called Shape 3DX, and I have the Pro version now. And this is why I use this particular software, is that you can export this into a hollow wood plan as it is. You just set up however you want it to be done here. So in my case, I've got 11 slices and I'm using 4mm plywood. Once you export that, you can actually see that it generates this template, which is good to go. Now on my particular unit, because we ship our kits and my laser cutter is only 1.3 meters long, from there I'll actually take it into Illustrator and divide it up so everything uses this sort of jigsaw connection so that it, one, will fit onto my bed of my laser, but two, doesn't exceed the maximum postage length, which is 105 centimeters. Anyway, I think that's probably enough talking, don't you? Let's get into the B-roll. So how freaking cool are lasers, eh? Right, so basically what I'm thinking with my kits here is that this is essentially how you can buy it. On top of that, you could also order it with the hardware, so your thin boxes and stuff, but this is the bare thing. So you'd get your spine, your rails, your ribs, and then a bunch of the offcuts like this to just reinforce the joins for your spines and rails and etc. With freight restrictions, everything has to be kept below 105 centimeters. So what I've done is I've included these jigsaw style joints, so similar to a dovetail. And what you do is you glue your spine together as one continuous piece. Now, I suggest is with some of these offcuts, just snap them in half and then glue them either side of these joints, and that will reinforce that joint and give you enough strength for the actual lamination. Okay, so while that dries, we can move on to the next step of this kit, which is being R&D'd again, and that is the one-to-one paper templates which get sent out to it. And this is how we do that. So this is a vinyl cutter which I've got a pen attached into, and that gives us a really nice wide format in which we can cut out, well, draw out our one-to-one template. Now, just like before, we used the Shape 3DX software to export the bottom deck and we included hardware. So that means that our fin position will be shown on this drawing.
Now I messed up here. You can see this has a roller underneath here, but I didn't have a pressure foot contacting. So what was happening is that the paper was getting smooshed up on the pen. Now it's not a big deal because we've still got the profile, but this is why we R&D. These are those little things which you pick up along the way, which you really don't want to be hitting when you're trying to do these kits for sale. Okay, so with that lesson learned, let's adjust this roller and try again and see if we get a better result.
Okay, so that one did come out way better. So what I'll do is I'll just lay it out and show you what it's all about.
Now the idea with these paper templates is that it gives you two things. One, it's a good reference surface so you know how to kind of make your deck. But the other one is when you're still in the frame stage, now this is actually a different board that we're still prototyping, it tells you exactly where your fins are going to be. So here I can see the outline, and that's where our fin box has to be. Now I know that I should laminate on solid wood to this section of the spine and ribs, so when we route the recess to accept our fin box, we've got plenty of support material around it. Behind this is that anyone should be able to come here and build their own surfboard even if they haven't had any woodworking experience. So paper templates like this just make it so much easier because you don't have to have those manual layout skills, which is kind of a necessity when it comes to more traditional shaping like this.
So I've got my rails and my spine gluing up. Now this glue does take about 12 hours for a full cure, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think we've made some pretty good progress today, and you know, I don't want to squeeze too much into this video because there's still a lot to happen. So that's going to do it for this video anyway. We've still got a heap of work in this board, so we've got some resawing to do and other stuff. But as you can probably tell, I am so excited to be finally moving forward with this plan, which has almost been 3 years in the making, if you can believe. So like always, a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. You guys are just amazing and super. Anyway, you don't need to hear me whine on about how emotional I can get knowing that there's you guys out there, but thank you for watching, everyone. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell because you need to be a part of my notification crew so you don't miss out on any of my videos, because basically these videos are coming out as fast as the projects are. So if there's work to be done, there's videos to be made. Anyway guys, like always, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.